You are listening to the Think Yourself Confident podcast. It is fascinating how people know exactly what they should be doing, but yet sometimes they do the reverse. They listen to their negative self-talk and get stuck in their own limiting beliefs. In this show, you will learn how to find confidence and clarity so that you can unlock your full potential. Imagine making money from your passion or reaching that dream that you keep pushing on the back burner. Nathalie Plamondon-Thomas is an 8-time international No.1 Bestselling Author and founder of the Think Yourself Academy, offering leading-edge courses, coaching, trainings, keynotes, and business mentorship programs. Welcome to the Think Yourself Confident podcast. Here's your host.
Hey, it's Nathalie with the Think Yourself Academy. How do you deal with a coworker that drives you nuts? Or maybe it's a client, maybe it's somebody that surrounds you. There are sometimes lots of people around us that there's something about them that creates some emotions inside us that we would rather go without. Yes? Okay. So it's a 2-part series, how to deal with the coworker that drives you nuts. And today, in this first part, we're talking about why getting along is important. Why does it even matter? Because at the end of the day, you're doing your job or you're in a relationship with these people and they are in your circle. And you could just say, well, such is life. I'm just going to continue to be mad every single time that I see them. Well, getting along is important for many reasons. First, it does cause relationships cause for people to leave their job, because people don't leave their job or what they're doing. They leave the coworker that they can't stand, or they leave the boss that they can't respect. So very, very often, a relationship is the reason why somebody would want to quit. I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she said, it's really too bad because I'm like 5 years from retiring. I absolutely love my job. I love where I am. But there's a new girl that they've assigned to work with me. It's union. There's nothing I can do about it. I really don't like working with her. And I might have to change job. I might have to be reassigned in another place, another establishment. In her case, she has the opportunity to do that. But why would she leave? Because somebody else is driving her nuts. She doesn't hate her job. She just is looking around just because this relationship is affecting her. Now, in her case, the person that is working with her, she is very slow. She said, oh my gosh, it's just arriving late all the time. She moves very slow. She's always like, it takes like hours before she wakes up in the morning. She leaves early. She's not into it. She does as little as possible. And I hate witnessing this behavior. For some others, it's going to be maybe the Mr. Know-it-all that just gets on your nerves, or maybe it's a millennial that just doesn't have a clue, and you're like, oh my gosh, you want to shake them and say, hey, dude, wake up. Or sometimes it's the gossip in the office. It's people talking about everything and making up stories, or maybe it's the person that doesn't work as hard as they should be. And of course, we always have one of those that in any work environment, there's this person that we need to be very careful and kind of walk on eggshell around, right? Like you just say, good morning. And they're like, what is that supposed to mean? And you're like, so there's a lot of triggers in our environment. And what this does is it causes for us to not be super effective. All of a sudden, the trigger is making us feel, ugh, what is this about? Here they go again. Oh my gosh. And then we we spend time in our head, in our emotional drama. And according to Cy Workman in the book No Ego, there's 2.5 hours per day that is lost to emotional drama. If you just take the week hours, it's about 600 hours a year at an average of, let's say, $30 an hour. In a business with 100 employees, we're talking about $1.8 million lost in emotional drama. That's why it's important that we are in control of our emotions and that we get along with people. Even if you only have 10 employees, it's $180,000 a year that you lose in emotional drama. So that is why it is very, very important, because if you don't control your emotions and the relationships that you have around people and the impact that being surrounded by these different behaviors have on you, that is the difference between hating your job or absolutely loving what you do. And that's a big difference. And remember, people don't leave their jobs. They leave the boss that they don't respect, or the coworker that they can't stand. So next week we're going to be talking about 5 different strategies to get along, 5 different strategies to make it work for you.
Do you have something in your life that you'd like to discuss with Nathalie? She can more likely start the process of getting you unstuck with a free 15-minute virtual coffee.